proud to say that I've had the chance to be here and play here, and every time I come here, it's like playing for the first time. It's home. It's part of home. It really is.
Who's one person you think of as soon as you hear the word Doryman?
Arthur Muse.
Have you ever seen Arthur play here?
Never saw him play here, but I was very, very lucky. The last 10 or 12 years Arthur was alive, I used to go to his house a lot.
Okay.
Even though I never saw Arthur here, there's pictures of him everywhere. There's a mystique and a legend to his name.
Yeah.
But definitely Arthur's name. And Mark Boudreau, too. I have to include him in that, too, as well.
Yeah, you played a lot with Mark over the years?
Yeah, I sure did. I actually have a picture I'll show you after. Mark was 10 and I was 15 in Halifax at the East Coast Music Awards.
Okay.
And that's where I first met him.
Okay.
And him and I were friends right up until, he passed.
Yeah. So when would be the first time you ever played at the Doryman?
I want to say it was late spring of 2001. So I would have been 19 at the time, and Shelley Campbell and Amanda McDougall were playing on a Saturday afternoon. I came in for the first time, walked in here.
And you gave them a break? Did you go up and play?
Yeah, I did. I'm not sure how they knew I played, because of course I'm not from here, right?
Okay.
But I think I might have met Shelley at St. FX when I went there briefly through Jason Roach. That might have been how she knew of me, and I spelled her off. Yep.
Okay.
Sure.
So where are you from originally?
St. John, New Brunswick.
Okay.
Born and raised there.
And what brought you to Shetty Camp or to the area?
Music.
Fiddle?
Absolutely, yep.
Okay.
So I was raised in a very musical household, heavily rooted in the oral tradition of Scottish music and French music on the west coast of Newfoundland.
Yep.
And actually, it's ironic. The other night here, you had Bernard Felix playing here.
Yeah.
And Bernard, back in the mid to late 80s, took Jerry Holland's recordings, and he learned them cover to cover on the accordion. So that's kind of how I was introduced to Cape Breton music, because accordion music was my first music that I had ever heard. So anyways, just fell in love with the fiddle, Natalie, Ashley, the Rankins. And then I think met Maybelle Chisholm McQueen when I was a teenager. And then her 65th birthday party was at Set West Marguerite Hall.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how I met Jason Roach. And I think it was this following spring that I actually got to come here when the weather got better. And then, but anyways, yeah, Shelley and Amanda were the first two I heard play here.
Okay. And what about your first official gig of your own? Do you remember when that would have been? Not long after?
Yeah, maybe. Jerry DeVoe would have been running the talent here, I think, at the time.
Yep.
I think he was. And I don't remember who would have been with or when it was, to be truthful. I played here a lot in the last 25 years, but I don't remember. But it would have been probably that year, I would say, yeah.
Okay. And were you nervous the first time you played here?
Yes. A nervous wreck. Coming from away and understanding that the people that you're playing for in this audience in Shetty Camp, and there's a few other places in Cape Breton that can be intimidating too, but they're connoisseurs of the music. They know what they want to hear. They know how they want to hear it. They know the tunes that they like. And it took a little bit to learn that algorithm, I guess, if you with here. But yeah, I was nervous, but I survived.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And do you find you can feel the crowd here more than other places?
Yeah. You play the right tunes here, and you can really, really get a response out of the people here. Again, they know what they like. They're a lot more rowdier than the crowds on the southern end of Inverness County, so to speak.
Okay.
That's not a knock against them or a knock against here. It's just the spirit of the people is different, and their focus of what they're looking for, I think, is a bit different than down there. But equally as nervous to play down there for different reasons.
Yeah.
But up here, if you play the right tunes at the right time and relentless, people here like you to go.
Yeah.
They come for 4 hours. They want to hear 4 hours of music. 3 hours, they want that.
Yeah.
And if you give that to them, they'll respond. Yeah.
Yeah. And speaking of crowds, any crowds stick out? Did you remember through the years anything special, any events that you would have played or?
The last 15 years, I've been very blessed. It's usually full.
Yeah.
The listeners, the connoisseurs come out and they like the tunes and they're all good. They've all been good crowds to me. I mean, this place has been very special to me for a long time.
Okay. As far as a customer, any good shows you've seen here? Anybody stand out that you've seen?
Yep.
Performances?
What was it? Gerard? Well, I forget his last name. He used to run the place.
Gerard Lefort?
Right. I played a Saturday afternoon here, and at 6 o'clock when I finished, he come up and said, Ashley McIsaac is playing here Tuesday at 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
Can you announce that? I said, sure. So I announced it. And Andre O'Coin, who's here today, and he said, well, we're going to go. But if we go, we got to go by 5 o'clock. And I'm like, why? do you have to go at 5 o'clock? You just buy tickets, or
Yeah.
I was still relatively fresh around here,
Yeah.
and we went at 5 o'clock, and the place was packed full. And it was the first time that I remember he played with Maybell,
Okay.
and I remember he played My Mother, a Gaelic song, and I had to leave the tavern because I was crying
Oh.
and I was embarrassed. But his music hit me that hard. But that definitely stands out as one of the best experiences I've had. I don't know if it stands out as like the best show I ever saw,
Yeah.
but definitely for me, that was a magical moment.
Something spoke to you that night.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
What's one tune that always works at the Doryman?
Oh, goddamn the King George. The
King George.
Yeah.
Anything else? Any that you don't play here?
Like, any tunes?
Yeah.
Oh,
Anything-
I have a pretty good idea of what they like, and I try to give them every single tune that I can possibly
Yeah.
get through. But they like the Tullochgorum too. The old French songs, they like those too.
Yeah.
But the King George, the old King's Reel, the stuff on the big chord, like they say up here, on the
Yeah.
big chord and the back strings, they like that. Yeah.
Okay. What's the Doryman meant to you as a musician?
I paid a lot of bills and made a lot of people happy, and I would come out of this place happy every time. You know, it's 60 years of tradition here, and I've been part of it for 25, and proud to say that I've had the chance to be here and play here, and every time I come here, it's like playing for the first time. It's home. It's part of home. It really is.
Good. And as far as musicians, why do you think musicians love this place in general?
Well, for fiddlers, I mean, first of all, the atmosphere that's here. That's been here forever. There's a history here, and I think a lot of the musicians that play this style of music respect tradition.
Yeah.
They also know that they need to be on their A game, and that's a great place mentally to be if you're playing, is for playing for people that know what they're listening to.
Mhm.
You know, people come up to you and say, you might want to slow down a little bit, or you might want to go back and revisit that tune, kind of thing, and it keeps you on your toes. So I think those things would be, you know, a pretty accurate description of that.
As a customer, what's your favorite seat in the room for watching a show?
Oh, like kitty corner to the stairs of the stage. I guess you got a clear view of what's happening there.
Okay.
But I have to say, the other day I came in here and I wanted to sit next to the water.
Okay.
Because right now, like where I live in Saskatchewan and work in
Yeah.
Alberta, I don't see the ocean.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
for 10 months or a year at a time. So to sit there and have a bowl of Frico and a beer is
Yeah.
pretty special. Yeah.
Good. What if the Doryman suddenly disappeared? What would Shetty Camp lose?
Everything. It would be bad.
Yeah.
I think. Sorry, I don't mean to sound so
Yeah.
crass in saying that. But I mean, if you were to ask anybody that's ever visited here in the last 60 years, where'd you go eat? Where'd you go hear music? It's a staple.
Yeah.
It's a landmark in this village that I think is a huge part of its definition and its tradition and its people and the food here, the like everything about this place is wonderful. It's got customer service. It's got great food. The beer prices are great. Like, and I'm not trying to toot your horn,
Yeah,
Mark,
yeah,
but I
yeah,
mean,
yeah.
it's a long lineage of
Yeah.
that exists
It's been
there.
going on for a while.
It has, and I think if this place were to somehow disappear, it would be detrimental to the success of our culture. You know, we're talking about music here, so
Yeah.
that's what I'd have to say with that. Yeah.
And as far as Acadian culture, you mentioned French music in Newfoundland, and you grew up in New Brunswick.
Mhm.
What do you think the Doryman has meant to the Acadian culture in general?
Well, I mean, the Doryman doesn't just promote Scottish music. I mean, there's, Robert Bouchard has played on this stage.
Yeah.
There's another group from Moncton that came here, and I went to see them one time, and I mean, it's packed.
Yeah.
It's packed. So I mean, there's even though there's
variety.
yeah, there's a large variety, a robust lineup of talent has graced these doors in this stage here for decades. And for those who don't like fiddle music, well, speaking French and their heritage as being Acadians is who they are, and that's they could relate to the talent that's come in through here. So yeah, I mean, again, like, I'm not fixed or embedded in that particular genre of the culture, but know enough to know that it's definitely has a big meaning.
Finish this sentence. To me, the Doryman will always be
A place I'll cherish forever. Yeah.
good.